Hi everybody, it's October 8th, 2025. Um, there are different meanings to subtraction. Sometimes subtraction from our lives is replaced or moved upon by peace and by joy. And sometimes subtractions causes agony and depression and a general downcast sort of emotion. But subtraction, just as addition, is a natural part of life. And you could switch the two to what you need at the moment by just looking at the entire big picture of each situation. If there is a subtraction from your life or from your inner reality that is causing you hurt, if you widen the scope of your view, you will either see that it's good for you or that it's necessary for you. And sometimes this understanding negates the stab of pain or the raw emotions that we feel. So just widening your look and taking a mature and calm and peaceful and patient look at your circumstances gives you relative comprehensive peace once you understand your life from looking down upon it from a higher vantage point. And one of the greatest things that I've been able to do in my life is to eliminate triggers. When I was going through my volatile early adult lifehood, I had many triggers, and they would just be statements, they would be circumstances, or they would be just seeming realities of my life that would cause me deep pain, deep shame, deep self-hatred, and just loss of hope. And even as I grew and I got stronger and wiser as I grew older, during these years, those triggers could still take me back and it could still weigh me down and cause confusion and cause just lack of hope overall. And I figured, and when I overcame my triggers, I didn't even realize that I had until I looked back and I realized that what used to stunt me, what used to trip me up, just hadn't happened in maybe a course of years or months. And the way to eliminate triggers is there's either two ways. You could either keep on living the best you know how to, and they will erase themselves over time, or the more active way to eliminate triggers is to pick out once they come in and they're clear of the points that stick to you, the points that pierce you and penetrate you. Once that happens, stay in that moment while you're being attacked by them, and try to understand them, and try to look for the lies, or try to look for the fear that comes with them. And so when you see what fear they're striking you with, have a conversation with that fear, and many times you will see that even though it may seem valid on the surface, if you just put forth a little more effort in the right direction, or if you acquired some more faith and more hope, that those fears will be meaningless. They may have validity on the surface, but deep down, they're only there to keep you stunted and to keep you from expanding and growing. So have a conversation with the fear once it is attacking you, so you can see it clearly and so you could dismantle it readily and handily. And other than attacking the triggers head on in that fashion that I just described, another way to eliminate triggers is to condition yourself. Condition yourself for the next upcoming battle, because many times in our life we know that we're in a stage of just a transient stage in between parts of our life that we have to deal with. So if you know that you're in the middle in this sort of space, you can develop yourself in any area that you would like to. Just continually develop yourself so that you become a dynamo in one area. And so when the next challenge comes, and the next trigger tries to stop you or to throw you off, you'll be strong enough to just bat it away. And then when you bat it away, remember what it was that was trying to attack you. Identify it. So next time it comes, it can't trigger you again. And every time you defeat it, it gets weaker and weaker. That's just how life works. That's just how these things work. So another way I would eliminate triggers is to be selfish in a way that is not harming or not discouraging to others, but be selfish in a way where you take your passion, the passion that you've been denying yourself because you thought you weren't good enough for it or because you thought it would never come. Take that passion and work on it diligently and selfishly for as long as you can, for as much free time as you have. Just work on it. And if it turns out to be your calling and you find your calling, it'll be like a cluster bomb for triggers. It will just, it will just sweep them away. Because once you find your passion, once you find your calling, the confidence that you have, knowing that you are this champion of this passion, of this calling, you become more powerful in your own mind. Not just how others look at you, but in your own mind, you become so powerful, so much more powerful than you once were, or before you knew you were this person. And then you just elevate above these triggers that used to just nag at you. And that's what they do from that point on. They nag at you at your heels, they nibble at your toes and your ankles, but you could just kick them away because you know that you are above those fears, you are above those insecurities. So triggers are only in your life to wake you up to your passion, to yourself, to your faith, to your hope. And this is the gift that God gave us. God put us here not to suffer, but the overcoming of great things, or great many of things, is such a blessing, is such a profound area to find yourself in, that God gives you this gift of release and relief once you figure out that you can rise above almost anything. So I hope this helps. Thanks.